Hello you gorgeous people of the interwebs, I hope you're having a fandabby dozy day. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. I am Gwenny and I love luxury in all of its glorious forms. Quite excited today, but not in a good way. We interrupt your usual broadcasting schedule to bring you this breaking news. They've done it again. I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse top today. He knows. Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy, Louis Vuitton have introduced another price rise. Price rises are a fairly regular thing, we know this. 2020 saw some pretty eye-watering price hikes. I had a video about it from the May 2020 price increase. I think there was a further price increase a little bit later on in the year, I can't remember. I didn't film anything about it though, because if it did happen, I was just like, right, that's it, I'm finished. I can't cope with any more. So I'd had a few questions about whether there was another price rise coming, or what did I think about the price rise that was coming. And to be honest, when I first logged into my online account, I didn't see any differences in the prices, because of all the things that were on my wish list weren't actually affected by the price rise. So the price rise was on canvas pieces, but not all canvas pieces. So things like my brand new desk agenda that I bought a few weeks ago for £390, it's still £390, and the agendas PM, MM and GM, they have been unaffected by this price rise. Also unaffected by the price rise are the Nice Mini and the Nice BB. I've got my Nice Mini there, but that was subject to some pretty horrific price increases last year. We bought that on my birthday in December 2019 for £460, and within weeks it had gone up to £600. 140 quid in one go. Crazy. Other things that appear to be unaffected by the price increase are the Nano Speedy, Nano Noe, the Keepalls and the Classic Speedies. There are price increases across many very popular, and I do mean entry-level starter pieces for those who want to get started on their luxury collection journey, their first taste of Louis Vuitton, and some of those are pretty horrific. So the price increases I can see on some of the popular monogram pieces are things like 2% on the Neo Noe, that's gone up from 1,190 to 1,210. Had to check that. There's 4% increases on the on-the-go MM and GM, and also on the bum bag. I mean, these aren't things that I'm interested in, but I know they're popular, so I'm just gonna give you what information I have got. But you would argue that these are much higher priced items anyway, so these aren't the first items that people will go into a Louis Vuitton store and want to try the brand out on. Those go to the ever popular key pouch, mini pochette accessoire and the pochette accessoire. I own all three of these. Let me grab them for you now. Arguably, these are the three items that any new to Louis Vuitton person, collector, luxury lover might be I think guided towards or tempted to buy, given how much of a frenzy there is for these items and how difficult they are to find and how much they command on the resale market, and we'll get on to that in a minute. This is one of the few pieces, how many pieces do I have left? This is the only piece. This is the only piece I have left from my original 2002, I bought this collection of Louis Vuitton, which I had to sell when I fell upon hard times. And that is one of the good things about having luxury pieces. If you need to, you can sell things and recoup some of your money. So in 2002, I paid £64 for this. Today, this is £175, so it's over £100 more. Obviously, that was 18 years ago, so it's not really a good comparison. However, a couple of days ago, this was £145, so this has gone up by a whopping 21%. And this is so usable, and this is one of those you ride or die pieces, and yeah, and nearly £200 now. couple of days ago, this wonderful little mini Pochette accessoire was £230. It is now £280. It's a 50 quid increase. 50 squid! Or, if you want to be more grown up about it, 22% increase in the price. These are overnight increases. This isn't accrued. There have been accrued increases on all of these items throughout 2020. Now, I bought this one in January 2018, and in January 2018 I paid £195 for this. So in 3 years, this low cost item has gone up by nearly £100. It just beggars belief. And finally, but not really finally, is the Pochette accessoire. Tiny handbag, perfect grab and go. All hail the Pochette accessoire, for it is a versatile beastie. I bought this in April 2019 and I paid £375 for it, and that had gone up, I think, from about £350 just before I'd bought it. In 2020 this was increased to £450, and today this will set you back £565. A whopping 26% increase on the price a couple of days ago. This has gone from being SLG money to actual handbag money. I mean, actual handbag. I'm not going to include this because I did buy this so long ago, but for these two items, which I bought in the last 3 years, 3 years ago, coming up for 2 years ago, they combined cost me £570. Today they will cost you £845. That is a whopping increase of £275. And is it justifiable? I'm going to say no, and I'm going to say no for several reasons. And you might be thinking, but Gwenny, we have a global situation which has squashed demand and supply and manufacturing and things like that. And okay, well, maybe the price rises, the extortionate price rises of 2020 were designed to cover that. And if you did watch my previous Louis Vuitton price increase rant video, cover any of the altruistic deeds that Louis Vuitton and Chanel and some of the other big names did in the early days of the situation by manufacturing masks or gowns or something like that. Thank you very much for dipping into your massive profit margins to do something good and useful and helpful in this global situation. No, wait, no, you're going to raise the prices of your items and make some of them more available to us, so we'll buy them and actually cover the cost for you. That's truly altruistic, isn't it? Not. In the UK, you could say, well, Brexit would play a part. Well, we left a year ago, but the transition period only ended a few days ago. So things like tariffs might be coming into play here, certainly import-export duties, that kind of thing. Maybe that plays a part. But oh no, it isn't just the UK that is experiencing this price increase, it is global. But Gwenny, what do you think about the fact that they just spend so much on packaging and making sure your pieces are all beautiful and lovely? As we know, out of all of the really, really top-end brands, Louis Vuitton has the worst packaging experience of the lot of them. You'll get pieces in dust bags that are way too big for them or way too small for them sometimes. They're just chucked in a box. No tissue paper padding or anything like that, nothing to keep the item secure in the box. It's just flailing around the place, getting bashed and bruised and battered on its way to you. And although the shipping boxes from Louis Vuitton are actually really rather good with the little bits on the inside that can hold the box in place, you don't always get the Louis Vuitton shipping boxes, as I discovered last year when my bandeau arrived in an enormous box that had a big gaping flappy hole in it that anyone could have just put their hand in. It just absolute shocker. So no, I don't think they've invested heavily into their packaging to make it a really great experience for us. Customer services, that's all over the place as well. You'd have thought with a company with just that amount of money and that amount of profit available to pour back into the business would be able to come up with a better way of serving their customers. Remember the issues I had with the bandeau when the payment processing went wrong on their side, and then they tried to send me an email when we reordered it with a link so I could pay, and it didn't work. There was no URL behind the link. It's just, come on guys, you're supposed to be the best of the best, and you're the worst of the worst in offering customer service. So we've covered the global health crisis, we've covered local market demographics, we have covered the packaging, increased costs in packaging for mail orders. So what else can it come down to? Has the quality magically improved? Has it? Now I know there are loads of you out there who have received items, who've ordered items online, or your client advisor has told you there's something available, so you've ordered it, you've got really excited, it's shown up, and it is shonky. I'm looking at you, Winnie, with your Christmas animation round coin purse. I mean, you're going to love it, but it's going to haunt you as well. But the risk in knowing if you send that back because the quality is poor, that you may never get another one, it means we have to settle. So no, I don't think there's been any improvement in quality at all. I've bought a handful of things from Louis Vuitton in the last year, and on more than one occasion I've had to send it back because it was just really, really badly made. And it makes me angry thinking that my returned item for quality issues has just been sent out to someone else and they've decided to keep it because they don't think that they deserve to have the perfect item, perfect quality item for the money they paid for it. It makes me it makes me more angry than anything else. And the final argument is one that I've heard, and it is Louis Vuitton trying to keep up with reseller pricing. Now, as we know, there are those who are able to buy multiple items from the really hard to find classic monogram canvas pieces and then sell them on for a 20%, 25% price increase. And people pay it. And the reason they pay it is because they can't buy it directly from Louis Vuitton because the supply isn't there. So what's going to happen? If the supply still isn't there, but the Louis Vuitton prices have gone up by 25%, then the resellers who are able to get their hands on the pieces are going to put their prices up by another more than 25% because they'll take the new RRP and then put their fees on top of that. It doesn't solve the problem. It is not, in my view, in my humble opinion, it is not a valid argument for Louis Vuitton putting up their prices. I know how I feel. I know how I feel about Louis Vuitton and other big brands that put up multiple price rises in a year and extortionate price rises at that. I think once or twice a year we can all swallow a 2%, 4% price increase on things, you know, inflation. But these are inflation busting price increases and they're just not justifiable. So I said at the beginning of the video that I didn't notice the price increases straight away because my wish list wasn't affected, and that's because I've got things on the wish list like I really, 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 really want to get the large agenda. I have the I have the desk agenda cover, but I really, really want the large one as well. It hasn't gone up in price, it is still at £550, and the reason it's on my wish list and not here is because it's not available. And it did have a price increase a little while ago. I can't remember how much it actually went up by last year. Honestly can't remember that, but I have decided that I am now keeping a dedicated tracker, not just for the pieces that I already own, because I have a tracker for that already because I'm a little bit sad like that, but for the most popular pieces, things like the Pochette Métis, I don't want one. I really don't want Speedies. I don't want one of those either. I'm not a Speedy girl, but I am interested to see how those prices have increased. So what else was on my wish list? The Nano Noe bucket bag is still coming in at £755. I do believe that was £700 earlier last year and it went up by £55. So, I mean, it seems like it's not always the same. Well, actually, untrue, because these pieces do seem to go up in every single price rise, whether it be a £5 price increase or a £35 price increase. the Pochette Assassiwa, this is always going up in great leaps and bounds. It's never going up by 2%. But generally, some items that go up in a big price increase at one point don't get included on the other ones, like the Nice Mini and the Nice BB. They have massive price increases right at the very, very, very beginning of 2020, and they haven't had a price increase since then. So the Nano Noe, and I really wanted to get a 45 bandolier keypull in the Macassar monogram. We've got the Eclipse 55, but I really like that Macassar black and monogram combination. So that's still coming in at £140. We can dream. £1,400. So it is pricey, but it's also never in stock. So it's probably been discontinued and they just haven't bothered to tell the IT team to take it off the website. So the items on my wish list haven't gone up in price. Does that mean I'm still going to go for them if I'm able to? To be honest, I think I'm going to try and find my GM Agenda pre-loved. I picked up my MM pre-loved and I paid £200 for it, I think, instead of £400. So you've got to say that's a pretty good deal, and it's really good condition. And I took it into Louis Vuitton on Bond Street and had it hot stamped, which for me was my kind of authenticity check, because they refuse to hot stamp anything that they don't believe is authentic, and they took it away and hot stamped it and gave it back to me and it was fine. Do I need another keypull? No, of course I don't need another keypull. We don't need any of it, it's luxury. This is, again, as I said before, what the kids call hashtag first world problems, but it's just frustrating, and it does feel like a massive slap in the face with a wet kipper to those of us who have to save money. Luxury pieces are aspirational for people who don't live a luxury lifestyle necessarily. You know, you want to have something nice. And it may be handbags for some people, it might be golf clubs for other people, it might be cars for someone else, it might be the house you live in, or the cutlery you use, or the glassware you drink out of, it might be the wine you drink. Everyone has something different that they love and they like to push the boat out a little bit on. So I'm going to try and edit this together now and try and make some sense of it, because I can almost guarantee before I've edited this video that it's going to be all over the place, and it's because I am all over the place. Do I want to keep giving Louis Vuitton my money, or rather, do I want to keep begging Louis Vuitton to take my money? Please give me the thing. No, I don't. Can I say that I'm never going to beg Louis Vuitton to take my money ever again? No. I can't say that. Is the ordinary aspirational luxury lover being priced out of the luxury houses? Certainly feels like it sometimes. What about you? Is this going to stop you from buying any more items from Louis Vuitton? Did you have your eyes on some pieces that you've been saving up for, but the price increase has just put it out of reach? Just again, that one more time. Is that it? Are you done with Louis Vuitton? Are you someone who can, hand on heart, say, that's it? Not going to buy any more from them? Or are you, like a lot of us, I'm saying us because I can't say I won't, just going to buy anyway? Suck it up the price increases, carry on. Please do let me know in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed this horrific video, then please do give it the thumbs up love. Hit the subscribe button and ring my bell, and I'll go back to my usual scheduling. I will see you on Monday for my next video. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, stay fan-dabby-doozy, and bye-bye.